When Mark Wahlberg stepped onto the Jimmy Kimmel Live stage that night, it wasn't to throw punches, so it was to promote his new film, greet the crowd, and maybe swap a few laughs. But the thing about live television is simple. You never know when playful banter might slip into something much sharper. The Los Angeles night was buzzing outside as the audience filled the studio. Paper coffee cups in hand, fans settled into their seats beneath the glowing applause signs, while the warm light from the overhead rigs bathed the polished desk and stage. Behind it, Jimmy Kimmel warmed up the crowd with his signature smirk and a few off-the-cuff jokes. Backstage, Wahlberg adjusted his grey suit jacket in front of the mirror. His stylist gave a final tug. His publicist whispered, "Keep it lighter, talk family, talk movies." Mark nodded. He'd done this 100 times before. What he didn't know was that Jimmy had a few unscripted questions loaded, ones aimed right at old nerves. The applause thundered as Jimmy introduced him. Wahlberg walked out, shook hands, and sat down. The exchange started smooth enough. Jimmy teased him about staying in movie star shape. Mark joked back, and the crowd laughed. But then Jimmy poked fun at his Boston accent. The audience howled. Mark smiled politely, though his eyes narrowed. The tone shifted again when Jimmy pressed about Wahlberg's past, the failed priesthood path, his early mistakes, his reputation. The laughter thinned into uneasy chuckles. Mark responded calmly, but firmly, "I've worked hard to change my life." It's not a punchline. The tension was clear now, visible even under the bright studio lights. For the next segments, their back and forth became less banter, more sparring. Jimmy needled Wahlberg about playing the same type of role, about his workout routines, even about a box office flop. Wahlberg parried each jab with cutting comebacks, sometimes landing harder blows than Jimmy expected. The audience gasped, half laughing, half cringing. By the final segment, the smiles were strained. Jimmy accused him of being too serious. Wahlberg shot back that there was a difference between humor and disrespect. When Jimmy joked once more about him not being able to take a joke, Wahlberg leaned in, calm but ice cold. "I can take plenty. I just don't confuse cheap shots with comedy." The air snapped. Seconds later, Wahlberg stood. "I came here to talk about the work, not to waste my time." He thanked the audience, waved, and walked off stage. Some fans cheered, others booed, but everyone knew they just witnessed something unforgettable. Jimmy, still seated, forced a smirk. Mark Wahlberg, everybody. But the applause was awkward, half-hearted. Even the band's outro faltered. Backstage, producers debated whether to cut the moment. One voice cut through, "Leave it in. This is going viral." And by morning, it was everywhere. Clips flooded social media. Headlines read, "Mark Wahlberg walks out on Jimmy Kimmel." Talk shows dissected it, fans argued over who crossed the line, and the moment cemented itself as one of late night's most uncomfortable interviews. One thing was clear, this wasn't playful banter gone wrong. It was a clash of two strong personalities, neither willing to give an inch.